today specifically, I want to get into how, why, what, when, everything that you need to know to start your journey. And even if you have been on your journey for a while, maybe you're starting over, maybe you're transitioning from damage of some kind, maybe your hair was damaged by some products that weren't good for your hair, and you kind of have to start from point A. This video is meant to help you. Beauties, it's your girl Cherie back with a very important video today, and this is going to go on my Help Me Cherie series. I'm making a playlist with all of these videos where I give you tips, tricks, tools, the rules of the game, everything you need to know as far as having a healthy and successful hair journey go. Okay, so number one, this cannot be bought, cannot be purchased. Something that you have to do from within is to put yourself into a healthy mindset. You kind of have to clear the slate, everything that you may have perceived or thought you knew about hair care, especially if you're transitioning from a relaxed state, or maybe even if it was just constantly straightening your hair out with a flat iron. You have to rethink about how you are supposed to take care of your hair when you are living as a curly haired or highly textured hair natural. The ways that you took care of your hair while it was in whatever the previous state was, say you had relaxed hair, a lot of those things are not going to be helpful when you have curly hair. And that comes with time and research, but it's just really important to get out of that way of thinking and to prepare yourself to learn a whole new plethora of information and techniques and tools to help you in this new transition in your life. It's a lifestyle change when you move from using chemicals or using heat all the time to caring for your curly hair in a way that will allow it to grow and to flourish and to thrive. So mind state is number one. There may be people who do not feel the same way you do about embracing your textured hair, and they may look at you a little funny when you let them know, oh, I want to cut my hair off and start over, or I'm just gonna rock my natural curls for a while. Some people may not be ready for that. It may be friends, family, people who are close to you, and that's something that you have to take in stride, not take personally, because at some point I think those people do eventually come around, but just to prepare yourself for that. I think that when you know why you're on this journey, what it was that made you say, hey, this is the path that I'm on is not working, and this is the one that I want to go to. Think of that when you have difficulty with perception around you as far as the choice that you've made to start on your curly hair journey. Number two, set goals. I always preach do things with intention, and for this particular journey, you have to set goals. So the reason why you switched or you wanted to transition or return to your natural hair state, that has to be point A that you start from. And then you have to say, okay, while I'm on this journey for healthier hair, or while I'm on this journey for longer hair or thicker hair, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve by going to a curly hair or textured hair lifestyle, you need to set those in place. So do you want to achieve a certain length by a certain time? Do you want to maybe learn how to define your curls better? Do you want to learn how to style your hair, just for appearance wise? What is it that you are hoping to achieve by going on this journey? Those are things that you should consider. I would write them down. I would create a hair journal or hair diary. Even like a vision board is even cool. You can take pictures from Pinterest of different natural hairstyles that you'd like to try out, or some notable curly hair naturalistas, or maybe some YouTube girls that you watch, and put them as inspiration and say, you know what, I'd like to have hair that's as long as hers, or I'd like to be able to style my hair like hers by this time. Set goals for yourself. That will help you keep you inspired. That will help keep you motivated in your journey. Give you something to look forward to while you're going through all the motions and all the changes and all the new things that come with starting on your curly hair or textured hair journey. All right, number 4. This is what people really always want to know about, and that is, what do they need as far as products? So, what do you need to buy? What don't you need to buy? Am I going to have to spend a mortgage payment on hair products and tools and all of these things to start my hair journey? And the answer, simply for me, and it should be for you as well, is no. You don't need to spend that much. Let me break it down for you. What is essential when you're starting a hair care journey? And I have a older video, and I'll link it here, but it's kind of like a kind of joke on, what was in my natural hair starter kit. And there wasn't a lot for me to choose from when I went natural back in 2005. So it can be done with minimal supplies and minimal effort. Trust me and believe. So this is what you need. A cleansing agent. So a shampoo, a cleansing conditioner, or a cleansing wash or rinse of some kind. If you don't want to use products or shampoos with sulfates in them, I would suggest a clarifying rinse as well as a conditioning wash of some sort. You have to make sure you're clarifying and cleansing your hair. So the next thing you'll need is some kind of conditioning product. You'll need more than one of these, but the main thing you want to have is a deep conditioner. Number 3, I would invest in either a leave-in conditioner or some kind of daily moisturizer, hair milk, something like that, that you will use when you have your wash day routine, so that you can lock in that moisture that you get from washing your hair. Also invest in an oil, that way you can seal in that moisture. And if you're going to be styling your hair, either twisting it or maybe doing wash and goes, whatever you decide to do, you'll want some type of styler. Whether or not you want a styler with hold, or if you want a styler that's going to define your curls or your texture, that will be up to you, but that's something else that you would need to consider. I would also invest in a detangling tool. Unless you want to strictly finger detangle. Eventually, when you get a lot of long, thick hair, if you have a lot of long and thick hair, you may want something to help you out with that. And I show a couple of things here on my channel that I use. Tangle Teezer. A lot of people like to use the Denman brush. I started out with a regular wide tooth comb, moved on to Denman brush. Denman brush is actually for styling, not necessarily detangling, but can work great for that as well. And if you want to see a video on detangling tools that I recommend, please let me know that down in the comments, and I will do one of those for you as well. I would invest in some either plastic caps, or you don't even have to invest. You can use your grocery bags for your deep conditioning processes. I would also recommend maybe some type of dryer. You don't have to have this, but an overhead dryer is great for setting your styles if you don't want to wait for your hair to air dry, or you don't want to go to bed with wet hair at night. You also need to protect your hair while you're asleep or possibly in the car. Places where there's going to be drier fabrics or textiles touching your hair for extended period of time, you need something to cover that. So either a satin cap, a satin bonnet. If you don't like sleeping with things on your head, maybe just invest in a satin pillowcase. That's always a great option so that you don't have to worry about it coming off at night. And maybe a satin head wrap just in those times when you don't want to use either, but you want to wrap your hair up and go, and you don't want that friction that's going to dry out your hair, dry out your curls, and also keep it looking fresh. Those are the main items I would suggest if you need new things for your curly hair journey. Alright, so number 4, to go along with all these products and tools and things that you may need, you have to do research. Maybe create a Pinterest board just so you can keep these things stored and organized. Even if you create a little folder on your phone and screenshot different tidbits of information, find some way to get organized and make sure you research. Now, one of the things I do have here on my channel is a playlist called Understanding Your Hair Profile, and that is going to be key to helping you get started, especially when it comes to product selection and also when it comes to styling your hair, and just being able to grow healthy hair, period. Understanding your hair profile addresses porosity, your density, the thickness or width of your hair strands, and your curl pattern or your curl type are the 4 things you need to consider when you are on your hair journey, when you need to select products, and when you have to decide on things about styling your hair. These are essential things you need to know and consider. So make sure you check out that playlist if you're just getting started on your hair journey. They will help you out tremendously. Okay, so number 5, once you have done your research, you've got your products, you're ready to go, you're ready to get started with washing, just taking care of your curls, taking care of your hair, and styling, you need to create a regimen. And this doesn't have to be something that you like strategically make a master plan, calendar, and all this stuff. Doesn't have to be that complicated. I do offer services where I can help you create one if you're a little bit puzzled as to how to set that out, but it can be fairly simple. Really, what you need to do is set a schedule for yourself and commit to it. So that means when it comes time for your wash day routine, you need to think about what you're going to do. Are you going to pre-poo? Are you going to clarify your hair? Are you going to just condition wash your hair? By condition wash, we mean cleanse your hair with conditioner that has cleansing agents in it. Are you going to deep condition your hair, which I recommend deep conditioning at least once a week. So those are things that you need to consider when you create a regimen and basically a schedule for yourself to be consistent on throughout your hair journey. Consistency is definitely key. Number 6. This is another thing that kind of probably goes along with the mindset, but it's just something equally as important for you to consider. Remember that this is your hair journey, not no one else's, not your twin sisters, not the girl down the street, not your favorite YouTuber's journey. This is your hair journey. So things are going to be different. All natural hair is not created equal. Our hair is made up of our bodies, of our DNA. what we consume, our environment, things are going to be different from person to person, even from curl to curl. Your hair can be different. Following other naturals on YouTube and getting their advice about hair products is one thing and can be very helpful, but it is not an exact science. And really what's going to have to be done is the getting out there and trying and testing these products for yourself, testing different techniques and methods. Say for instance, the lock method versus the LCO method. These are things you want to test out on yourself to see what your hair likes and what your hair dislikes. You'll get a feel for what your hair likes and what your hair may not. Number 7. This is of utmost importance. Do not be so hard on yourself about how you're doing in your hair journey. There's no right or wrong way. The best way is going to be the way that works for you. And it's understandable. That doesn't mean that you won't have questions. That doesn't mean you won't have setbacks. That doesn't mean you won't have a rough day or maybe a rough patch. But that's why there is so much support out there. That's why there's so many naturalistas on YouTube. That's why we make all these videos and we have support groups. Surround yourself with other naturals that can give you assistance. I always drop my email down below, and if you have questions, you can definitely reach out to me. I do consultations as well and can even help get you started or even offer you encouragement. And I also have a Facebook group with the same title as my channel, Natural Beginnings. And if you want to join the group, just let me know, because there are other naturalistas in there that can definitely support you, that have definitely been doing this for a while and can give you advice, and there are different tips and tricks that maybe even I haven't thought of. So definitely use your resources and don't take yourself too seriously while you're on this journey. While there is a lot to consider, there is a lot to enjoy and embrace while you're on this journey. So I say take your time, do your research, and just really, really enjoy it. It shouldn't be another job. It shouldn't be a hassle. And if you're really, really struggling, I really would say reach out to a professional or a hair consultant to make sure you're on the right track. As long as you're focused and determined, you can do it. You can reach your goals. I believe in you, and there's so many other naturalistas out here who have done that, so I know you can too. Congratulations on deciding to embrace your natural hair, to embrace your curly hair, your kinky hair, all your coils. I'm rooting for you, and I thank you for watching and clicking on this video. Hopefully you'll find it helpful, and if you know anyone else who may find this helpful as well, please feel free to share it. Don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. If you are new to my channel, please definitely go ahead, hit that like button if you found this helpful, and don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified when I drop new videos that give you more tips, more tricks, and information on growing your hair and having a healthy and successful hair care journey. Until the next video, don't forget to live out loud, own your truth, and let your light shine.